put that away for a minute. Yes, hold on a second. Let me just double check that you can. Okay, good. So Christian's going to step out to use the bathroom, and I'm going to pass out the sheets for our role play. Okay? Let me get back to the play. Sorry. I lost my remote. Oops. So here's our word bank. Does everyone write the
Yeah.
write it down? Okay. I will give you a copy of this, don't worry, okay? Who are these people, right? The constant, we are going to reenact or do role play for the Constitutional Convention. You guys, as I told you last week, was the last time I saw you, right? I didn't see you yesterday. You are going to play people who were at the Constitutional Convention and some people who weren't. And we're going to have our own little Constitutional Convention here and write our own resolutions to these big issues that are happening in America that are causing the need for a new government. Yes?
How come the women that have the same rights
Okay,
as...
we're gonna make those, talk about that right now. Okay? So, from what we know, who in the Constitutional Convention we call them what? What are the words that we have for these guys?
Men.
Men? Okay, so who, the man who was with your mother and then had you, what do you call that guy?
Father.
Okay, we call them
Fathers.
what fathers?
Fathers of the Constitution.
Founding
Fathers.
fathers. What does it mean to be a founding member of something?
You found it.
What does that mean, you found it?
Like you discovered
You were there in the beginning, you discovered it, you made it, right? Okay, founding fathers. What else? Who are these people? Describe them to me.
They're old. They're old people.
Yeah, old people.
Old. Okay, for you they're old. Now, is that good or bad?
That's good
Because they have
because
more
the older you are, the wiser you are.
Okay,
Right?
good. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, because it depends who you are.
Right, depends on who you are, right. So they're old, what?
Some of them are young though.
Some of them were younger,
Well,
but in
you
general,
should say old,
and don't
like,
forget back then the lifespan was shorter than now, so like someone my age back then would have been considered old probably. You know. I wouldn't consider myself old now. But, old what?
Old men.
Old men. Okay, what type of men? What else?
White men.
White men, okay?
No,
Old,
rich.
White.
White.
Oh yeah, you're good, you're good.
White.
You got me there, Vanessa. Old, white, rich men. Okay, good. We talked about this through history often. Okay, so they're called the founding fathers. They're old, white, rich men. Are they bad people?
No.
No. If they were bad people, they probably wouldn't have been there to try and help,
They're
right?
helpful.
Okay, but what are they trying to help? That's what we get at. Okay, is this group of founding fathers who are old, white, rich men, is this group, Emma? Is this group a apt or good representation or accurate representation of all of America? Okay, so, are we saying no? Are we all in agreement no?
No.
No, we're not? Okay, so make your point. And this is good because we're going to be doing discussions like this while we make our resolutions for the Constitution that we are creating in class. You don't agree? Is all of America old, rich, white men?
I saw your face in it. They are old.
Don't let my face change
It
your
had rules
ideas.
on it that it wasn't.
No. Say it, Mike, again.
They are old white men.
But is all of America all Americans? Are
No,
these all
no, they're
Americans?
not.
Who is missing?
They're black, Hispanic. Yeah.
There aren't many Hispanics
How
in
about the
America in
The
1787.
Indians.
Indians,
No,
good.
poor people. Poor.
The slaves. The indentured servants. The slaves.
The poor.
Poor.
The indentured servants.
Who else?
The indentured servants.
Indentured
The
servants.
women.
Servants.
Women.
Women. Who else?
Children.
Young people, right?
Young
let's think of that for a second. Young people.
We say teenagers.
You know, we just picked a new superintendent last night, right? Or they just picked a new superintendent last night.
Oh yeah, I saw them.
People had input. There was a group of Boston Public School students who put in, or told the school committee who they wanted to be superintendent. And the school committee looked at all this information coming from different groups to make their final decision on who becomes the superintendent. So we did have a voice. Teachers too had a voice in telling the school committee who we wanted, right? They don't have to listen to us necessarily, but we now have a voice. Back then, did these people have a voice in creating the laws of our country?
No, they had it. It was not like they could like speak out with their own voice about it.
Okay, how could they? So good. How could they, if they're not speaking with their own voice, how could they influence this? Think about these guys. Like many of them were married to women, right? And they probably talked to their wives about stuff, and maybe their wives could give their ideas and maybe get some sort of input. But do the women get the right to vote? No, they have to wait another 150 years before that happens. Okay? So these people are excluded. They're not there. They are not in this group. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go to the next slide and talk about the role play, which we're going to begin tomorrow, but we're going to prepare for today. Let me erase this. So, everyone, there's going to be 5 groups, right? 5 groups. So who wants to be a group by themselves? Anyone? Does anyone do themselves? Okay. Who do you want to be?
Me?
See, you get to be by yourself. You get to pick. What group of people that were missing do you want to be?
Women.
Women?
Yeah.
I don't think you're even in this one. Sorry. You lose out in this too.
I'll do a slave. Yeah.
You want me to be
Yeah.
the enslaved African American? Okay, good. All right. So, you two, Emma and Maya, are the worker. You each have a copy there. Okay, Emma, pass it, please. You want to come over here, please? But actually, no. We're going to work together. Anthony, move over.
Yeah, it makes sense because then it would be.
Yeah. Anthony, move over. You're going to be. You two are going to be bankers, merchants, right? You guys can be farmers or farmers. Farmer. Southern planter. Okay, that's farmer. And Jordan and I are going to be the other farmer. But here's what we're going to do for the remainder of class today. Okay, we are going to. Each of us has a handout, and we're in groups, except for one who's going to be alone because we had someone absent today. We're in groups, right? We're going to read the handout together, and we are going to answer the 4 questions at the bottom, okay? And we are going to become these people, okay? This is your role, okay? Let's pretend we're all in a play, and I'm grading you on how well you pretend to be the person on the piece of paper in front of you, okay? So you're going to internalize these people, okay?
You still are though.
I still are what?
Grading us.
I'm not, yes, of course you're getting graded on this, right? But right now, you are trying to become this piece of paper in front of you, all right? And answer the first 4 questions together, reading together, answering together. You represent bankers and merchants, you two. Okay, you two represent workers. You represent an enslaved African American. You represent Southern planters, and we represent farmer.
Okay.
All right, start there. Okay, read, answer the 4 questions, and I'm going to work with Jordan over here on it. All right, ready, bud? Come on. All right, you can follow along. So. I'm going to say we instead of you, okay? We are part of the farming family with small. Okay, we grew only enough to feed ourselves, and a little left over ourselves. It's not good, so not rich, right? So we say we're farmers, right? We are badly net. Remember what that means? We own much of land. We're badly net because our crops fail. We farm money to buy and we were flat. We're worried because the bank lends us money
No.
and now demands that we pay it.
Drive,
What are we gonna do?
head,
On top of
and
that,
load the tobacco.
we've been unable to pay our taxes that we owe the state. So we have property.
You wouldn't know where your
State,
get
right?
people to
The situation is desperate.
if you have
In this day and age, you can follow along.
from time to time slave will
In
run
this
away.
day and age,
You hire a slave
in this day and age,
and
meaning, what
usually
year is
the
it?
runaway is brought back. Sometimes the slave can get up
1787.
into
You need to write that down right
before
here.
you come.
Spot.
But slaves are
In this day and age,
slaves are
1787.
wait.
I'll write down some of this
Slavery
and
are
give you a
still
spot.
hard and
You can be thrown in jail for owing money or for being
the American
behind
colonies
in tax payments. That's really important to remember. Okay, you can
defended
throw in jail. Throw in jail. I owe money. Please, someone can come
But
and throw me in jail.
there are still serious problems.
Okay?
Business
Emma.
are being in
Come on, you're on our team. Don't fall asleep on her.
bankers are
Emma, please.
reluctant to
I know you're tired. So am I.
lend money to anyone because
Please wake up, Emma.
they
No, read, please.
less teachers
Maya, why don't you read out loud for us?
law saying
Okay, we're
that
saying our land, we take
farmers
away.
can play just
They might take our land without, because we can't pay them, they might just take it from us. That's not fun. If we only didn't have to repay in cash, we would pay crops to the banker instead of money, but they're demanding that we pay them for half. That's another important thing to remember. But he says he's not willing to fill his bank vault over his stinking
do
crops.
all the hard work. They plant,
In the past, payment in kind
drive,
was very
pack,
common.
and load the
That
tobacco.
hasn't made us feel
You're
about
a
bankers.
slave. That's number one.
They weren't very nice.
You work.
No. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that's number one. That's
Everyone in our
number
family
one.
risked their lives in the revolution, fighting for the freedom of the Great
That's
Britain.
number two.
They helped defeat the Revolutionary Army. Please pretend you're following along. But what kind of freedom is it? You can't even defeat your own family. You go to bed each time you worry about that you will end up in jail. Okay? In desperation. What is desperation? Where you know what desperation is? Or be desperate, right? So desperation is being desperate. Okay? In desperation, we have about 1,000 others deciding to take the law into their own hands, led by Daniel Chase. We'll stop there for a second. Yes. Okay, 1 second, please. And officers in the Revolutionary War gathered in August 29, 1786. That's a courthouse. Okay. Demanded the government cut taxes and put money in circulation. You decided to keep the courts closed for 7 months. You marched to Springfield, stole off the marched back to Northampton, pushed the courts down, right? But then we got defeated by the state troops. They shot at us. Killed some people, arrested them. So we felt justified in rebelling. Why? Because you believe you had no choice. Besides, all men were created equal as the Declaration of Independence. Christian says, why are some people still rich moneylenders and others poor debtors? Even though there are many who are
Let's read
have enough property. We can't even vote if we don't have enough property. There's a limit. They have to have a minimum amount of property in order to vote. Is that how it is? No. Okay. It was then. Even if your own state, even your own state government can turn against the majority of the people who worry
There is also
even
stated
more about the power the federal national government might have under this new constitution. How will the leaders
the
feel?
poor farmers, the
So we fear that.
of and work
So look at those questions. That's how much that was respect, right? Yes, I am. Andy.
against the government and
you make them pay more money back.
Wow.
That's how a banker makes money. You didn't know that? No, you did. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. You didn't know. JonathanBruno.
You know Q1.
He does the same thing. 1 second.
These have become worthless.
Yeah, but how much money does it save you? You're not making enough money because someone owes you money. Soldier. 1 second, please. Uno momento, si vous plaît. Okay. So you making enough?
Can I use the silence?
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
right. Good.
Pink.
Yes, sir.
I did like this. So I'm
I know, but I want you to write these things out. That's what we do here. We write. We don't just circle and underline. That's the first part of writing. Okay? That's part of reading. It comes before writing. Alright? So, if you don't want to write it down, he can write it down for you, both of you.
Okay.
Alright? So, I need to write this down. Alright, so, your homework. Yes. Okay, seeing class is going to end soon. And we're almost where I thought we would be. Your homework is to finish these questions. Okay? Okay, I want you to write them out. Because why do I want you to write them out? Because you're going to be talking about this. Okay? And just underlining and highlighting isn't enough. If you then write it out, that's 3 times you've thought about and actually did some physical effort towards understanding this. And the more you do that, the more you'll understand it. Okay? So your homework is to write down the answers to these 4 questions so that tomorrow you can be what? Well, so you can be these people, right? Your homework is to be this person. Let's pretend I'm filming a movie tomorrow, which we kind of are, and you're going to pretend you're going to be actors in a movie. Your homework, actors have homework too, right? They have to study their lines. You're studying your lines tonight. And your lines are those 4 answers to those 4 questions, okay? Everyone understand? Yes? And I'll see most of you next period anyways. Alright, we'll answer these questions in study schools next period.
Wait,
Okay?
so we have to put them on page 6 because I have to. I'll do it on the book. I'll do it on the book.
Okay, or you can just do it on the back of that sheet. Right? Okay? Thank you for staying awake 80% of the time. You're not. No, you're not. Emma, no. I need you to.
What type is it?
It's coffee.
You know?